Thornton Academy, a school, a home, a place for connection between the local and international communities that fill its classrooms. We pride ourselves on our inclusivity and cultural awareness, a movement which began in 2009 when the residential program was founded to bring students from all over the world to learn at this school. The most striking representation of these connections is with the flags hanging in the atrium. There are currently over 50 shown, showcasing all the fantastic diverse countries students past and present have hailed from. Each flag is significant in recognizing every student's homeland and making them feel seen within the halls at TA. And then there's this one. Hello! To some of you, I'm merely Amy Bradford, just another student walking the hallways. But to others, I'm an indignant geography buff that will not shut up about this flag. Well, since 8th grade, I've been obsessed with geography and international identities. From country lines to capitals to flag designs, I would call myself fairly knowledgeable about such matters. I've come to appreciate and understand the need for accuracy in depicting different nations and territories correctly, especially in a world where such distinctions are more precarious than you'd think. So imagine my excitement when I come to TA as a brand new freshman and see all these glorious rectangles of cultural identity, immediately tainted by confusion. And that brings us to this one flag. Okay, what is it exactly? I don't know, and that's the problem. At first, I thought it was Argentina, or Honduras, or maybe El Salvador, but all of these flags have crests, which this one does not. And Argentina has had its sun crest since 1818, so it's not that it could just be an outdated version. The same goes for the other flags I mentioned. Upon further research, sometimes there are variations of flags without the crest, based on whether it's a wartime or fishing vessel or it has some government purpose. But this wouldn't make sense for Thornton, since why would a wartime or government style be used in a school? And while every other flag here is shown in the standard style, it just doesn't add up. In a last-ditch effort, I looked up just the flag description on Google and found these. But unless this school somehow hosted a time traveler from the 19th century Kingdom of Bavaria, or a fisherman whose boat was perpetually on fire, these seem like very unlikely scenarios. True, TA hosts many students from the Budapest region of Hungary, but why would we have a flag of specifically the 20th district of one city, especially when we already have the Hungarian flag? At my wit's end, I began emailing teachers or friends, school counselors, just trying to get a straight answer. Final answer seemed to be, we have no idea. Finally, I get a message back saying the staff member in charge of directing the old flag purchases no longer works at TA, and that we don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's probably Argentina. Or Bavaria. Probably. It's not Argentina. Finally, my good friend, who has suffered literal years worth of me complaining every time we passed atrium, had enough. We found that while officially flags with no crests are called courtesy flags or the like, unofficially they're just called cheaper. Despite my exhaustive research and reading, thinking, and theorizing, the simplest solution seems to be that the very selector of the flag was just unaware of what they were purchasing for the school. If you search any one of these possibilities into a flag buying website, the first result you'll see is the crestless iteration, which I remind you is the courtesy flag typically used for seafaring vessels. Nevertheless, the flag without proper ornamentation is significantly cheaper, and seems a more appealing option to flag buyers, even if the identification of the individual flag is lost in the process. Based on the shading from the flags and those displayed on the website, our best guess is that this is Nicaragua or El Salvador, but who knows, maybe it is Argentina, I don't know. I will admit, it has been quite enjoyable trying to decipher this painfully plain-looking flag, and hopefully at least amusing to those that fail to understand the excitement. However, the inaccurate representation of flags poses actual consequences past just infuriating a geography nerd. Flags are created with very specific and powerful symbolism built into every aspect of them, so to misrepresent just one color or stripe or crest is to misrepresent an entire nation. Take TA's flag of Iraq, for example. The current iteration, the official one, looks like this, but the one in the atrium looks like this. Upon further research, the flag shown here is from 1998, and the variation of writing is said to be that of Saddam Hussein. On top of the unwanted associations, the outdated status also ignores the complex history of Iraq that went into this change, while boldly displaying a symbol of our own indifference. The truth is, although I highlight these discrepancies, few people would notice what was wrong, or even be able to point out this flag as an inaccurate one.
We don't know what it is, and she's been trying to figure out for months.
Which one? Above you?
That one?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
Does it exist?
Does
Is it
Does it? Most students recognize the flags of the US, the UK, France, China, maybe Australia or Russia, but past that, the personal identities of these different nations and their banners matter very little.
Okay, no Japan. That's simple.
Yeah, Japan. I compiled this tragic tale of stolen identity in hopes that you'd see how specification is necessary, that understanding these flags and the countries they represent is crucial to comprehending the vastly diverse nature that is the TA student body, and the world that we are all a part of. I don't expect everyone to be as obsessive about these things as I am, but I do hope after seeing the points laid out here, you might just start paying closer attention to the colorful, wonderful world of international flags. This one, maybe Argentinian, maybe Nicaraguan flag might have bested me, but I assert that geography is relevant, accuracy matters, for goodness sake would somebody please fix this flag. Thank you for watching.